Good evening, everyone. Happy Earth Day. I'm very pleased to have this opportunity to have my presentation, and thank you very much, organizing committee, to provide this nice event. And thank you, Aruzujan. My name is Sasan Fazeli. As Aruzu noted, I have worked as water quality expert for a long time, so my presentation is about the water. Let's share the screen. Yeah. To start my presentation, I have a big question for you. Is the tap water around the world safe? I mean, tap water is a potable water. And if not, what is the solution? Today we gather to honor the earth. And I believe if we protect and save the earth, we protect and save ourselves. Let's go look at one of the most important constituents of the earth, water. As you know, 3/4 of Earth's surface is water, and with no doubt, water is the most important and precious material in the world. The lives in the earth depends on the water, but the question is how much we take care of water. Before answering this question, I would like to introduce a complex mixture of water pollutants spread worldwide named emerging contaminants. For several years, existing and fate of emerging contaminants have been a major concern due to their impact on aquatic environment and potential hazard to human health. Endocrine disrupting chemicals, pharmaceutical active compounds, personal care products, pesticides, and detergents are examples of emerging contaminants. Emerging contaminants have been found in rivers, polluted the rivers, groundwater, surface water at trace level. The entrance routes of emerging contaminants are from anthropogenic activity, like agricultural activity. Herbicide, fertilizers comes from to the surface water, and some emerging contaminants comes from the cities, hospitals, like hormones go to the surface water. Emerging contaminants comes from the industrial activity, like PCBs, and from non-point sources, as antibiotics comes to the surface water. And when they come to the water bodies, first they impact the water habitats, like they change the sex of fishes, and also develop antibiotic resistance, or may go to the potable water. But are these wastewater treated? For sure, yes. The government established wastewater treatment plant. I'm not talking about the accident and happened in the world sometimes in 2015. It happened in Montreal, leakage of the wastewater. I'm just talking about this current wastewater treatment plant. But the major point is from the recent past up to now, the number and diversity of emerging contaminants has been increased. Why? Because these conventional wastewater treatment plants cannot remove micropollutant completely. They design fundamentally to eliminate less refractory and more biodegradable compounds at higher concentration. What happened after the treatment? After the treatment wastewater, that we call it effluent, discharged to the local water bodies. Discharged to the local water bodies. In this picture, you see example of discharge effluent in Saint Laurent River. Saint Laurent River in Quebec, the source of potable water for people of Montreal. The location of discharge effluent showed dark blue between the yellow arrows. Montreal has the largest wastewater treatment plant in the world. It's #1 on account of the treating more than 7 billion liters per day wastewater. More than 7 billion liters per day effluent dump and discharge to the river. So this is a close picture of one of the locations of San Laurent River where the effluent is mixed with the river water. The effluents and all effluents around the world contains a complex mixture of natural organic matter, pharmaceutical active compound, emerging contaminants, and other contaminants. This is a close, in order to identify these contaminants for further investigation, our research group at Concordia University, Montreal, with cooperation of chemistry department, the University of Montreal, took the samples of Saint Laurent River and analyzed among some random target pollutant, just some random target pollutant, not all of them. And this table shows the result. In this table, you see pharmaceuticals such as fluoxetine, this is antidepressant drug, and other medications for cardiovascular disease and beta blockers, and antibiotics, sulfamethoxazole, hormones, herbicides, and many other contaminants. But surprisingly, you see the concentration of metabolite form of these drugs was more than the main drug, even 2 times, 3 times, and more. And so we have new emerging contaminants. I showed you the Quebec, Canada, and what about other source waters around the world? Other source water, potable water shows the same result. Intentionally, I show you the main page of researchers to see what happens around the world. These papers are published on most validated journals like PubMed, which are affiliated to the NIH, National Institute of Health. You know that the NIH is the most important and validated scientific foundation in the United States. In this slide, you see a research published in 2019 and report contamination of Great Lakes in Michigan, Minnesota, New York, provinces in the United States. And some of these pollutants are like mercury, lead, PCBs, and other pollutants. What about other locations in the world? Let's go to the Europe, from North America to Europe. And this is another research published in 2020. European lakes are contaminated with emerging contaminants, and they found it in fish. So in this slide, you saw the emerging contaminants in source water. And the question is that, can the current water treatment plant eliminate and stop emerging contaminant in potable water? Numerous studies indicated the existence of these emerging contaminants and pharmaceutical active compounds in drinking water output facilities. And this paper published in 2003. And you see the presence of one of the emerging contaminants, just one of them, not all of them, in public drinking water in New Jersey, US. The source of this emerging contaminant is from industrial discharges, military bases, and commercial airports. Let's go to the Canada. What about Canada? In this document that is written here, I exactly read for you. Canadians can expose to perfluorinated compounds present in food, consumer products, dust, and drinking water. In drinking water, what is the source of exposure? Solution treated carpeting and treated apparel. And what is the health of it? These emerging contaminants classified as possibly carcinogenic to the humans by International Agency on Cancer. So we saw the presence of emerging contaminants in potable water. And other questions. I have many questions today. Could our body detoxify and remove emerging contaminants. It depends on many factors. But you see in this slide, we can find the answer in this research published in 2018. In Spain, they found 44 emerging contaminants in human blood. Is it just for Spain? We can see the same report in European EPA, which is published in 2019. The presence of emerging contaminants in European blood. And what about the other regions around the world? Let's go from North America and Europe to the east in China. You see here in 2014, this research shows the presence of heavy metals in Chinese blood, unfortunately. Numerous studies shows emerging contaminants and the byproducts that I didn't talk about the byproducts produced during the water treatment process have potential carcinogenic impact to human health. The global cancer statistics shows the increasing rate of cancer. Now 18 million people struggle with different kinds of the cancer around the world. What about the future? In future, for the next 20 years, the research estimated and predict 10 million more cancer cases. As you see in this graph, North America shows 38% increase. So I'm sure you found the answer of the first question, and to find the answer for the second question, I invite you to participate in my weekly free webinar with the title of the Health Secret and the Role of the Safe Water. And you can register with this link available in Zoom chat or go to my LinkedIn and find it. Thank you very much for your attention. I hope see you in my webinar. Thank you.